The year 1898 marked a turning point in American history. It was a time of immense change, but not all of it was for the better. In Wilmington, North Carolina, a horrifying event unfolded, one that has been largely erased from the national memory. This event was the Wilmington Coup, a violent overthrow of a democratically elected government. This act of racial terrorism stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of democracy and the enduring legacy of racial hatred in America. The story of the Wilmington Coup is not just a regional anecdote. It is a story that speaks to the very core of American identity and the ongoing struggle for racial justice. This essay aims to shed light on this forgotten chapter in American history, exploring the events leading up to the coup, the violence that unfolded on November 10, 1898, and its lasting consequences. The Wilmington Coup serves as a chilling reminder of what can happen when white supremacy goes unchecked. By understanding this dark chapter, we can better confront the ongoing challenges of racial inequality in the present day. The fight for justice and equality requires confronting the ghosts of the past and acknowledging the uncomfortable truths that have been buried for too long. In the aftermath of the Civil War, Wilmington, North Carolina, emerged as a beacon of hope for Black Americans. The city boasted a thriving Black middle class, with Black residents owning businesses, serving as elected officials, and contributing significantly to the city's economic and social fabric. The Reconstruction era had ushered in a brief period of biracial governance in Wilmington, a testament to the hopes and aspirations of a newly emancipated population. Black residents actively participated in civic life, holding positions of power and influence. They served on juries, worked in law enforcement, and even held seats in the state legislature. This period of progress, however, was built on shaky ground. White resentment towards Black advancement simmered beneath the surface, fueled by the racist rhetoric of white supremacist politicians. The success of Black residents in Wilmington stood in stark contrast to the desires of white supremacists who sought to maintain their grip on power. The very existence of a thriving Black middle class challenged the racial hierarchy that they desperately wanted to preserve. This resentment festered, setting the stage for a backlash that would have devastating consequences. The fragile peace in Wilmington would soon be shattered by a calculated campaign of violence and intimidation. White supremacists, threatened by Black progress, orchestrated a plan to seize power by any means necessary. Their target was not just the city's Black residents, but the very foundations of democracy itself. November 10, 1898, dawned like any other day in Wilmington, but the air was thick with tension. Rumors of a planned insurrection by white supremacists had been circulating, casting a pall over the city. The fuse was lit when a mob of white men armed with guns and fueled by racist propaganda descended upon the offices of this Black-owned newspaper, under the leadership of editor Alexander Manley, had dared to challenge white supremacy in its pages. The mob stormed the office, setting the building ablaze and forcing Manley and his staff to flee for their lives. This act of arson was not just an attack on a newspaper, it was a symbolic attempt to silence Black voices and suppress dissent. The destruction of marked the beginning of a well-organized and coordinated attack on Black businesses and homes. Emboldened by their success, the mob, now several thousand strong, rampaged through the streets of Wilmington, targeting Black residents with impunity. Black-owned businesses were looted and burned, homes were destroyed, and innocent Black men, women, and children were hunted down and murdered. The city's streets ran red with the blood of its Black citizens. The coup's leaders, prominent white citizens including politicians and businessmen, then forced the resignation of the elected city government at gunpoint. They installed themselves in positions of power, effectively ending Black political representation in Wilmington. The coup was a success, and the city, once a symbol of Black progress, was now firmly under the control of white supremacists. If you found this story compelling, please like and subscribe to History Untold for more content on untold historical events.